Before human beings understood the wild force of South America, before science revealed the secrets of its deepest jungles, there already existed a world where every shadow could hide a deadly hunter. In the wild lands of Colombia, among dense jungles, hidden rivers, and mist-covered mountains, the most dangerous predators of South America stalk in silence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Welcome to Wild Colombia, the most dangerous predators of South America. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation to continue creating quality content. Don't forget to comment below on what you thought of the video and tell us where you are watching from so we can chat together. Let's begin. Above the treetops of the highest trees in the tropical jungle lives one of the most powerful raptors on the planet. It is the harpy eagle, known scientifically as Harpia harpia, the undisputed queen of the forest canopy. Each pair builds enormous nests in giant trees where they can raise a single chick for many months. While one of the adults remains guarding the nest, the other spends much of the day searching for food for its offspring. Its enormous claws, comparable in size to those of a bear, allow it to hold on to surprisingly heavy prey. Despite its impressive size, it can glide through the treetops with an almost completely silent flight. For the monkeys and sloths that live among the branches, danger can appear from the sky without any warning. From a high branch, the harpy detects a sloth moving slowly among the leaves. It remains motionless, observing its prey while carefully calculating the ideal moment to strike. Taking advantage of the forest cover, it silently closes the distance without revealing its presence. When everything is in its favor, it launches from high above with explosive speed toward its target. Its powerful claws firmly grasp the prey before it has a chance to react. The hunt ends thanks to a perfect combination of stealth, precision, and extraordinary strength. With the food secured, the harpy begins its return to the enormous nest where its chick waits patiently. In the tropical jungles of the Americas, the harpy proves that true dominance of the forest belongs to those who can descend from the sky without making the slightest sound. In the depths of the murky rivers of the Amazon, where visibility is barely a few meters, lurks a predator that inspires legendary terror. The red-bellied piranha, known scientifically as Pygocentrus natureri, is the undisputed sovereign of lethal opportunism in freshwater. This fish has a deceptively small appearance, reaching an average length of between 20 and 35 centimeters in its adult stage. However, Its compact body hides one of the most efficient and perfected attack mechanisms shaped by biological evolution. Its most terrifying feature is a forward-projecting jaw, equipped with a row of triangular teeth as sharp as steel blades. These teeth are designed to fit perfectly together, allowing the fish to tear off pieces of meat with surgical precision. The force of its bite is amazing, reaching 72 newtons, which represents 30 times its own body weight in pure power. Thanks to its highly sensitive lateral line, the piranha detects vibrations from injured animals and the chemical trail of blood from a great distance. In sediment-rich waters where sunlight does not penetrate, this biological radar turns the piranha into an invisible and omnipresent hunter. Although they are usually solitary, they gather in massive groups when they detect vulnerable prey, initiating a coordinated feeding frenzy. A group of 100 individuals can strip the flesh of a 50-kilogram animal in a matter of minutes, leaving only the skeleton. They perform a vital ecological mission as the river's cleaning crew, removing carcass remains that could contaminate the ecosystem. Every living being that crosses the waters with an open wound immediately becomes a target for these bloodthirsty guardians. Despite their aggressiveness, piranhas are also preyed upon by caimans and pink dolphins, maintaining the balance of the Amazonian food web. The piranha is a constant reminder that in the depths of the river, even the smallest being possesses the power to dominate giants. In the rivers, lagoons and swamps of the Colombian Amazon lives one of the largest freshwater predators in South America. It is the black caiman, known scientifically as Melanosuchus niger, an ancient reptile that has dominated these waters for millions of years. The largest males can exceed 5 meters in length and become the greatest predators of the Amazonian rivers. Their eyes and nostrils barely protrude from the surface, while the rest of the body remains completely hidden underwater. Fish, water birds, mammals, and even other reptiles can be part of its varied diet. In these wetlands, it shares the same territory with 2 equally fearsome rivals, the jaguar and the green anaconda. The 3 great predators constantly compete for the best hunting spots and available prey. At dusk, a water bird slowly approaches the shore to feed, unaware of the danger hidden beneath the surface. The caiman remains motionless, letting the current hide any sign of its presence. It waits patiently as the prey closes the distance step by step. When the moment is perfect, it emerges with an explosion of strength and launches a lightning attack. The hunt ends thanks to surprise, the power of its jaws and precision developed over millions of years of evolution. However, even such a powerful predator can lose prey to an opportunistic jaguar, or encounter a gigantic anaconda in the same waters. The competition between these giants maintains the delicate balance of one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet. In the Colombian Amazon, the black caiman remains a silent presence beneath the dark waters, a predator capable of transforming the tranquility of a river into a devastating attack in a single instant. In the stagnant swamps of the Amazon, a figure emerges that personifies absolute stealth: the green anaconda. Known scientifically as Eunectes murinus, it is the sovereign of the wetlands and the heaviest snake on the blue planet. An adult specimen can reach a length of 5 meters and weigh more than 200 kilograms of pure muscle adapted to the water. Beneath the mirror of the water and among the dense vegetation, its olive-green skin with black spots turns it into an invisible shadow. It uses its bifid tongue and heat receptors to detect the thermal trail of its victims even in total darkness. When stalking, only its eyes and nostrils protrude from the surface, waiting for the exact moment to launch an explosive attack. With a lightning reaction speed, it catches its prey with hundreds of curved teeth that act as steel hooks. Immediately, it surrounds the victim's body, applying a massive constriction pressure of 60 newtons per square centimeter. This overwhelming force stops the prey's blood flow and respiratory system, subduing it in a matter of seconds. The green anaconda is the ghost of the fluvial abyss, a masterpiece of evolution that reigns with silent and lethal power. In the winding currents of the Amazon lives a group of mammals that breaks the image of tenderness associated with their species. The giant otter, known scientifically as Pteronura brasiliensis, is rightfully nicknamed the river wolf. An adult specimen can reach a length of nearly 2 meters, being the largest member of the mustelid family in the world. Weighing up to 32 kilograms, this social predator possesses a physical structure designed for supreme aquatic agility. Its tail is wide and muscular, functioning as a powerful rudder that allows it to make tight turns at high speed. Unlike other solitary hunters, giant otters operate in cohesive family groups of up to 10 individuals. Communication is the engine of their success, using a repertoire of more than 20 distinct sounds to coordinate their movements. Their rhythmic screams and high-pitched whistles resonate in the jungle, informing each member of the exact position of prey. During the hunt, the group deploys a biological encirclement strategy, surrounding schools of fish with military precision. They are capable of taking down large fish and piranhas, demonstrating a boldness that intimidates other river inhabitants. Their jaws possess a bite force of hundreds of newtons, sufficient to crush tough shells and bones. The true test of their sovereignty occurs when they face the black caiman head-on in territorial disputes. Showing no sign of fear, the group of otters harasses the massive reptile with rapid attacks and intimidating cries until forcing it to retreat. This collective courage places them at the top of the food chain, functioning as the guardians of fluvial ecosystems. They possess highly sensitive whiskers that detect pressure changes in the water, locating prey even in total darkness. Their metabolism is frenetic, forcing them to consume up to 4 kilograms of fresh fish in a single day of activity. Giant otters are architects of the riverbanks, digging deep burrows that protect their young from the elements. Each individual in the group assumes the responsibility of watching the environment while the others feed or rest in the shade. The disappearance of this alpha predator would cause an irreversible imbalance in the biodiversity of Amazonian lakes. The giant otter is the indomitable spirit of the water, a marvel of intelligence and unity that reigns over the flooded jungle. The surface of the Amazon River looks like a mirror in absolute calm, hiding a danger that is neither seen nor heard beneath the current. Suddenly, the water vibrates with an invisible energy, and nearby prey begins to convulse violently without an apparent physical explanation. The author of this attack is the electric eel, Electrophorus electricus, a fish that has turned its own body into a living battery. With a cylindrical body that can reach 2.5 meters in length, this being navigates through murky waters with electrical sovereignty. Its anatomy houses specialized organs composed of thousands of electrocytes that generate high-voltage discharges at the predator's will. A complete discharge can release up to 860 volts, a lightning power capable of stunning animals that exceed its own size. Unlike other hunters, its lethal weapon does not reside in sharp fangs, but in electric shocks that paralyze the victim's nervous system. It uses low-intensity pulses as biological radar to locate the subtle movement of fish hidden in the bottom mud. This attack system is so formidable that even 100-kilogram predators like the jaguar avoid direct contact with this creature. The electric eel is the sovereign of the invisible current, a marvel of evolution that dictates the rules of life in the fluvial abyss. In Colombia, few animals provoke a silence as deep as the appearance of the jaguar. Its scientific name is Panthera onca, the largest feline in the Americas and one of the most powerful predators on the planet. It walks noiselessly among roots, damp leaves, and dense shadows, as if the forest opened only for him. Its coat, covered in rosettes, blends with the fragmented light of the canopy, hiding its silhouette even just a few meters away. Unlike other big cats, the jaguar does not fear water and patrols riverbanks, flooded forests, and swamps with the same authority. Its compact and muscular body is designed for short, powerful, and extremely precise attacks. Its bite is one of the most powerful among felines, capable of piercing skulls, hard shells, and the natural defenses of many prey. Capybaras, peccaries, water birds, caimans, and other animals live under the constant pressure of this superior hunter. The jaguar detects a caiman near the shore and remains motionless among the dark vegetation. It advances slowly, using roots, shadows, and the sound of the water to hide each step. When it reaches the perfect distance, it launches with explosive power and directs the attack toward the prey's most vulnerable point. The hunt is decided by absolute precision, where the jaguar's strength turns the forest's silence into total dominance. Its presence regulates populations of large herbivores, reptiles, and riparian animals, keeping the web of life surrounding it stable. Wherever he walks, the balance of the ecosystem reorganizes around his strength, his stealth, and his adaptability. In the Amazon, the jaguar not only dominates the jungle, he also rules the dark waters, the swamps, and every border where the land meets the river. Under the shadow of the giant trees of the tropical rainforest, a living jewel walks, defying the logic of physical size. The golden poison frog, scientifically named Philobates terribilis, is the absolute sovereign of toxicity on dry land. With a size of barely 5 centimeters, its body displays yellow and orange colors that shine with hypnotic intensity under the light. A fascinating question arises. How can a being the size of a human finger force jaguars to maintain a safety distance? The secret lies in its skin, a biological shield loaded with batrachotoxins, one of the most potent poisons known to modern science. A single specimen possesses enough poison to instantly stop the nervous system of 10 adult human beings. Unlike snakes, this frog does not bite or inject. Its simple physical contact represents a death sentence for the attacker. Predators have learned through millennia that vibrant colors are the most serious warning sign of the wild. Their poison comes from their specialized diet of ants and beetles, processing alkaloids that accumulate in their skin glands. Despite their lethality, they are dedicated parents who carry their tadpoles on their backs in search of small, safe pools of water. The poison frog is a vital indicator of ecosystem health, whose fragility warns us about the state of the virgin Amazon rainforest. It is the tiny titan of the rainbow, a reminder that in the wild world, beauty is often the mask of absolute power. In the highest levels of the Colombian jungle, where branches touch the clouds, dwells an acrobat whose life passes in a state of perpetual motion. The spider monkey, belonging to the genus Ateles, is the sovereign of aerial agility and the undisputed master of the forest canopy. Its physiognomy is a marvel of evolutionary engineering, with extraordinarily long and thin limbs that function like biological ropes. A robust adult usually weighs about 9 kilograms, a light mass designed to maximize speed and reduce impact on fragile branches. They possess a unique adaptation, the absence of opposable thumbs on their hands, which allows them to swing with amazing fluidity between trees. But its true biological masterpiece is the prehensile tail, a sovereign tool that functions as an extremely strong fifth hand. The tail can measure up to 80 centimeters in length, often exceeding the size of the rest of its body. At the tip of the tail, it possesses skin ridges similar to fingerprints, providing a total grip on slippery bark. This tail is capable of supporting its entire body weight, allowing the primate to hang while using its hands to collect fruit. In its aerial dance, the spider monkey can reach a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, crossing abysses of vegetation in seconds. However, life in the heights is a constant tension due to the stalking of the sky's most powerful predator, the harpy eagle. From the shadows of the lower jungle, the jaguar also watches, being an expert climber capable of intercepting monkeys on the trunks. To survive, the troop must stay in constant motion, traveling kilometers each day to avoid being located by its enemies. Their diet is based mainly on ripe fruits, consuming up to 2 kilograms of sugary pulp to obtain the necessary energy. As seed dispersers, they perform a vital ecological mission as the architects who guarantee the regeneration of the virgin jungle. They live in complex social groups of up to 30 individuals, where communication is based on loud calls that sound like barks. Upon detecting a threat, sentinels emit shrill cries that mobilize the entire community toward the most inaccessible areas of the canopy. The spider monkey is extremely sensitive to the fragmentation of its habitat, requiring extensive territories of primary forest to thrive. The loss of a single square kilometer of jungle represents a tragedy for the survival of these intelligent primates. The spider monkey is the vibrant spirit of the heights, a marvel of agility that defines the essence of Colombia in freedom. In the impenetrable jungles of Colombia, where biodiversity reaches its maximum expression, a voice resonates that dominates the landscape. The red howler monkey, known scientifically as Alouatta seniculus, is the absolute sovereign of sound in the forest canopy. This robustly built primate can reach a weight of 9 kilograms, being one of the largest on the American continent. Its most extraordinary feature is an enlarged hyoid bone in the throat that functions as a biological resonance box. The roar of the howler monkey can reach 128 decibels, being audible at an astonishing distance of 5 kilometers in the jungle. This sonic explosion is not just a scream, but a declaration of territorial sovereignty that avoids unnecessary physical conflicts. They spend most of their existence in the highest branches, feeding on energy-rich leaves and wild fruits. Their prehensile tail acts as an extra hand, allowing them to hold on with a force of hundreds of newtons while navigating the heights. However, the piece of the canopy is broken when the silhouette of the harpy eagle appears like a winged ghost above the jungle. On the lower trunks, the jaguar lurks with lethal patience, being capable of climbing with devastating muscular power. Vigilance is a collective mission where group leaders scan the horizon for any sign of suspicious movement. Upon detecting a predator, the male emits an alarm bark that paralyzes the clan and orders an immediate strategic retreat. They live in troops of up to 15 individuals, where cooperation is the only effective shield against the claws of the Lords of Hunger. As forest engineers, their role in seed dispersal guarantees the biological vitality of Colombian jungles. The howler monkey is the guardian of primordial music, a symbol of resistance that reigns among the mist and the leaves. Moving away from the powerful roars of the howler monkeys, we enter a realm where time seems to stop completely. High in the canopy of Colombia's jungles dwells the three-toed sloth, known scientifically as Bradypus variegatus. This enigmatic being is the absolute sovereign of patience, having perfected a survival strategy based on immobility. Weighing between 4 and 5 kilograms, its body is designed to conserve energy in an environment of limited resources. Its most extraordinary feature is its thick fur, which serves as home to a biological community of algae and microscopic moths. Under the constant humidity of the jungle, the algae give the sloth a greenish tone that provides the most perfect camouflage in the world. This plant symbiosis makes it invisible to the sharp eyes of the harpy eagle, which patrols the skies in search of any movement. The sloth moves with deliberate slowness, traveling barely 38 meters in an entire day of biological activity. Its 10-centimeter curved claws function like steel hooks that allow it to hang from branches without performing muscular effort. It possesses a unique vertebral structure that allows it to turn its head up to 270 degrees to watch its environment without moving its trunk. Its metabolism is the slowest among land mammals, taking up to a month to digest a single meal based on tough leaves. Once a week, the sloth makes a dangerous trip to the forest floor to fulfill its basic biological needs. On land, it is extremely vulnerable to jaguar attack, but it regains its sovereignty by quickly returning to the heights. It performs a vital ecological mission as a nutrient transporter and home to a tiny biodiversity that only exists on its skin. The three-toed sloth is the guardian of silence in the Colombian jungle, a masterpiece of adaptation through peace. In the vast alluvial plains where water and land merge, dwells a peaceful giant that dominates the wetlands. The capybara, known scientifically as Hydrocorus hydrocaris, is the undisputed sovereign of rodents across the planet. With a length reaching 1.3 meters and a weight of up to 66 kilograms, this mammal is a prodigy of semi-aquatic evolution. Its robust body is covered by a sparse and coarse coat that dries quickly upon leaving the Amazonian currents. It possesses limbs with interdigital membranes that function as biological oars, allowing it to swim with surprising agility. Like hippos, its eyes, ears and nostrils are situated on the top of the head to stay alert while submerged. The capybara is a deeply social being that lives in hierarchical groups of up to 40 individuals to maximize collective vigilance. However, occupying the center of the food web means being constantly in the crosshairs of the jungle's most ferocious predators. The jaguar, with its sovereign bite of 4,500 newtons, considers the capybara its most vital and coveted source of energy. In the murky depths, the green anaconda waits like a living rope to surround and subdue this heavy prey. On the muddy banks, the black caiman remains motionless, blending with the environment until the moment of the lightning attack. For the capybara, the river is not just a home, but the only safe sanctuary where it can escape the claws of death. At the slightest sign of danger, the group's sentinel emits a powerful bark that functions as a biological alarm siren. In milliseconds, the entire herd plunges into the water, using deep diving to disappear from the terrestrial hunter's sight. They're capable of remaining completely submerged for 5 minutes, hiding their trail while the predator patrols the shore. Their diet, based on aquatic plants and grasses, regulates vegetation growth along river courses. As a keystone species, their abundance sustains the existence of large carnivores, maintaining the balance of the Amazonian ecosystem. They communicate through whistles, clicks and moans that strengthen emotional bonds and cooperation within the clan. The life of the capybara is a constant balance between quiet grazing and the desperate dash toward the safety of the water. This docile giant is the heartbeat of the wetlands, a testimony of resilience that ensures the vitality of the flooded jungle. Among the emerald green of the Colombian canopy, a flash of impossible colors arises, defying the monotony of the forest. The toko toucan, known scientifically as Ramphastos toko, is the most iconic and elegant ambassador of the South American jungles. Its most spectacular feature is a colossal beak that seems to have been sculpted and painted by the hand of nature itself. This biological tool can reach a length of 20 centimeters, representing nearly a third of its total body size. Despite its massive appearance, the beak is composed of a spongy keratin structure that makes it amazingly light. This lightness allows the toucan to maintain perfect balance while moving with agility among the thinnest branches. Its beak functions like long-range precision pliers, allowing it to pick fruits located in places inaccessible to other beings. But its utility goes beyond feeding. The beak is a sophisticated biological thermoregulation system for the bird. By controlling blood flow to the beak, it can release excess body heat when the temperature exceeds 30 degrees Celsius. This thermal window grants it unique climatic sovereignty, allowing it to remain active under the scorching sun of the tropical midday. As a forest gardener, the toucan performs a vital ecological mission as the primary disperser of large seeds. By consuming the pulp and discarding seeds kilometers away, it guarantees the regeneration and biodiversity of the virgin jungle. Its deep black body provides disruptive camouflage against the dense shadows of the foliage, hiding it from aerial predators. Although it is mostly frugivorous, it is an opportunistic hunter that does not hesitate to raid nests to consume eggs and small chicks. It communicates through hoarse squawks that resonate in the humid air, marking its territory with undisputed sonic authority. The toucan is the living jewel of Colombia, a masterpiece of evolution filling the South American skies with color and life. Over the green ocean of Colombia's jungles, the sky catches fire with the passage of vivid and energetic fragments of color. The red and green macaw, known scientifically as Ara chloropterus, is the absolute sovereign of the color spectrum in the Amazon and the Choco. With a length reaching 90 centimeters, this majestic bird deploys a wingspan that dominates the air with unequaled elegance. Its plumage combines scarlet red, brilliant yellow, and cobalt blue in a biological work of art designed for social identification. It possesses extraordinary intelligence, comparable to that of primates, allowing it to solve complex problems and use natural tools. Its massive beak is a perfect engineering tool, capable of exerting 2,000 newtons of pressure to crack the toughest seeds in the forest. This mechanical power grants it sovereign competitive advantage, allowing it to access energy sources other animals cannot process. The red macaw is a deeply social being, traveling in noisy flocks, maintaining constant communication through powerful screens. These birds are the epitome of biological fidelity, forming monogamous pairs that remain united throughout their 50-year life. Together, they patrol the canopy at a speed of 56 kilometers per hour, looking for ripe fruit trees in the vastness of the virgin jungle. As an architect of regeneration, the macaw performs a vital ecological mission as one of the primary seed dispersers. By transporting fruits long distances and dropping seeds, it ensures forest biodiversity expands into new territories. Despite its power, it must remain alert to the attack of the harpy eagle, its only predator capable of intercepting it in mid-flight. The loss of tall trees for nesting represents a critical threat to its survival, forcing them to seek increasingly remote refuges. The red macaw is the guardian of light in the Colombian jungle, an eternal flash ensuring the continuous rebirth of the tropical forest. In the dense and humid air of the Colombian Andes, a physical miracle appears that stays suspended in absolute immobility. Its wings vibrate with a frenetic speed of 80 beats per second, becoming shadows almost invisible to the human eye. Colombia is the world sovereign of these birds, housing more than 160 distinct species that decorate every layer of the virgin jungle. The hummingbird, belonging to the family Trochilidae, is a high-precision biological motor that constantly defies the force of gravity. It is the only aviator in nature capable of the feat of flying backward and sideways with unmatched mastery. This extreme agility allows it to navigate between the densest flowers at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour in search of sustenance. Its heart beats at an amazing rate of 1,200 beats per minute to sustain an extraordinary energy metabolism. Under sunlight, its iridescent feathers act as biological prisms, reflecting flashes of emerald, ruby, and purple. Every day is a desperate race to collect every drop of nectar, the pure fuel source that prevents its physical collapse. A hummingbird can visit up to 2,000 flowers in a single day, processing sugars with an efficiency no other vertebrate possesses. It possesses a bifid and extensible tongue that darts inside corollas to extract the sweet treasure in milliseconds. Despite its tiny size, it is a territorial warrior defending its flower patches with explosive aggressiveness. During freezing nights where the temperature drops to 10 degrees Celsius, it enters a state of deep lethargy called torpor. As the primary pollinator of Andean forests, its existence guarantees the reproduction of thousands of plants unique to the planet. The hummingbird is the living gem of the Colombian air, a masterpiece of natural engineering shining with absolute sovereignty. Colombian jungle is a vertical metropolis, a city of infinite levels where life is organized in sovereign strata. At the dark base, the forest floor remains in eternal penumbra, receiving less than 2% of the sky's total sunlight. Here, among the massive roots of the Ceiba pentandra, the jaguar patrols as the absolute master of terrestrial shadows and wet mud. Ascending to the understory, dense bushes house the poison frog and a multitude of insects fighting for every inch of living space. Colossal trunks act as the pillars of this biological skyscraper, rising up to 60 meters above the ground. In the middle stratum, humidity stays constant, creating a natural greenhouse where orchids and bromeliads extract nutrients from the air. The upper canopy is the sovereign realm of light, an emerald green carpet where the sun fuels the engine of Amazonian biodiversity. This top layer houses 80% of the jungle's species, making it the densest center of biological activity in the world. From the sky, the harpy eagle watches with claws that apply 4,000 newtons of force to any primate that commits a tactical error. Monsoon rain strikes the upper leaves, initiating a rhythmic descent that transports vital energy from the summit to the abyss of the floor. Each level of this plant city possesses its own food web, where hunts and chases do not stop for even a single millisecond. The Colombian jungle is a complex living organism, a labyrinth of levels that guarantees the eternity of the planet's purest nature. Colombia is the sovereign stage where the three giants of South American geography converge in a dance of infinite biodiversity. In the heart of the country rises the Andes mountain range, a realm of snowy peaks and frigid air reaching 5,000 meters in altitude. Toward the south extends the vastness of the Amazon rainforest, a biological motor receiving more than 3,000 millimeters of annual rain. To the east dominate the Orinoco Plains, a vast alluvial plain that transforms into an inland ocean during seasonal floods. This unique geographical intersection makes Colombia the epicenter of wildlife, housing species that exist nowhere else. From the condor gliding in the cold of the peaks to the jaguar patrolling the humid heat of the jungle, every niche is occupied by a king. The water network flowing from the Andean Paramos to the Amazon River transports millions of litres of water loaded with vital energy. The climate varies drastically from 0 degrees Celsius in the glaciers to 35 degrees Celsius on the burning plains of the Orinoco. This fragmentation and union of opposite worlds is why Colombia holds the sovereign title of the most biodiverse country per square kilometre. Colombia is the guardian of an eternal biological heritage, where mountain, jungle and plain beat as a single planetary heart. The silence that runs through Colombian valleys today is not of peace, but a warning about the fragility of this earthly paradise. Massive deforestation advances like an invisible fire, consuming thousands of hectares of virgin jungle every biological year. Biological corridors are fragmented, forcing jaguars to travel extra kilometers through territories divided by human hands. The nation's vital arteries, its sovereign rivers, face pollution pressure that chokes aquatic life in the abyss. Majestic species like the macaw and the puma see their homes reduced to small islands of vegetation in a sea of grasslands. We are at a turning point where every political and social decision will determine if the jungle's roar will be silenced forever. However, hope lies in the ancestral wisdom of indigenous communities, the eternal guardians of biodiversity. They understand that protecting a single route is saving the constant flow of energy that feeds the entire blue planet. The creation of national parks and sovereign reserves acts as a biological shield, allowing nature to recover with strength. The jungle's resilience is amazing, capable of regenerating its layers if human beings grant it the necessary respect and time. The future of the Andes and the Amazon depends on our ability to coexist in harmony with the lords of hunger and the wind. Protecting Colombia is a moral responsibility of humanity, as its forests regulate the climate and oxygen of an entire continent. We must act with the speed of the hummingbird and the determination of the jaguar to ensure that paradise does not become a memory. Every hectare conserved is a legacy of eternal life for the next generations who will inherit the untamed beauty of this land. Colombia remains the beacon of global biodiversity, a kingdom of giants fighting for its sovereignty in the heart of the world. subscribe to the channel and share this video to take this message of respect far. Every gesture helps protect the wonderful creation of nature.